What, the headphones, you mean?
Oh, that was a high quality for an hour.
That's right. Look at all your classmates joining us remotely.
Wait for it. 3, 2, 1.
Where is everyone?
I don't know.
You know what happens after that? Newman is just dust. You should do that. You should get that gas.
Hey,
Oh, I called it.
hello.
Aaron, play some zombie.
Hello, Fernanda. I'll pump the audio through the speakers up front. How are you guys?
Just teaching.
I like that red background for you, Aaron.
Just really depends on our experiences that surround us.
I can give you guys the room.
Thank you. You need to talk.
Oh!
Is that good? Show them your moves. Oh,
Who said that?
What?
me. We're
Oh, no, that's a dog.
That's a
Oh,
dog.
my gosh.
yeah.
Toby. So Toby.
Now the dog has COVID.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she heard that.
Very cute. All right, there is a binomial set of questions on My Open Math.
Oh, Priscilla.
Hello, Priscilla.
Hi.
I'll record this and post this after we're done, and also for the kids who take it online. Oh, I should share this calculator link.
Oh.
If you guys weren't here last class, we went over normal distribution questions. I recorded that, so that video is in the playlist. I started recording late though, so so it sort of starts in the middle. But I shared a link for a calculator.
Gonna be there. I'm like, oh, hey, well,
I will put this in the chat for you guys.
what?
There's the link to that calculator that you can use to do the binomial
Why
questions.
didn't it sign up for mine?
And we're just going to go through these together, so I'll put it in the classroom too.
To get my stats, maybe. If not,
I'm so tired of looking.
What's that?
It's a show, yeah, I used to see those things when I was in second grade. Not when I was senior high school.
What's that?
Line up if you know what this says. If not, you can ask me one free question. You have to be honest.
That's actually pretty good.
All right.
Looking at that,
Any high schooler that still does that, except for like, I still know high schoolers. I don't know anyone who
Andrew does it all time to time.
looking at that.
Well, I don't like
it's
it short.
infuriating.
I know high
Oh, I know.
schoolers. True Lynn does it. That's about it though.
Here, do it tonight. 11.
It's only for saying.
No, it's like I did it with a number thing.
It's not like
do
you
it
take a
right now.
picture of a person every single day. You save it.
I'll do it.
I mean, maybe it's.
All right, you guys.
I'll do it. I'll do a little photo like this. It'll be like 11. The heart.
Do you guys see this binomial practice for in My Open Math?
I can imagine it's there.
Yeah.
So you guys can work on these together. I have this calculator that I just shared with you. Reload.
I thought we were working on it together.
Together.
We are. You can choose how many experiments I've done. I want 101 experiments. The probability of success could be, let's say, 20%. And maybe I want the lower tail. The low, it's pork tenderloin.
I can't wait 10 minutes. They'll probably be sweet.
If it tastes bad, Andrew, I'm gonna
Probably
blame
just be sweet. Complete dodge.
I just hate bad.
Watch your mouth.
They're like, oh, it's pork tenderloin.
Last night it was good. We were all looking forward to getting it. It's just soggy piece of meat.
You can choose.
I get grades.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
Where did you get the computer?
He does
Oh, my brother.
Okay, you guys,
He's
on this distribution calculator,
He's MIA.
make sure that you're on binomial.
I'm not using that.
If you're doing the lower bound, like the lower tail for values below a certain threshold, that is the binomial CDF function on your calculator. That's the same thing. No, I didn't. This one's somebody else. If you do equality, that's the binomial PDF on your calculator. So you guys can use this calculator to do your questions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How about you guys at home? Does that make sense to you?
I'm not.
Good, okay.
Wait, what is it? It's under practice or?
Yeah, it's under practices.
Oh, practice 4?
Yes, practice 4.
Well, I need that. It's so loud.
So,
People web design think they have priority over that.
That thing?
Yes.
Over what?
I can't. Like complete people that have no idea who they are.
What hours was it?
You just grab it from me?
No, I sit back there and I just unplug the whole thing.
Is web design for it?
No, it's like one.
yeah, it's really nice one.
That's why you're educated.
All right, question 1, you guys.
Computer not target.
Let me give you. Brady, pay attention. Let me just give you a quick rundown of these questions. Question 1 asks you whether or not from this table you have a probability distribution. The main thing that you got to do for these ones when it asks you, is this a probability distribution, is you got to make sure that there's no value that's negative, because there's no negative probabilities.
Okay.
There's no value over 1, because you can't have like 120% chance of rolling a 2. And altogether, these should add up to 1. That would make it a probability distribution. If not, then it's not. Does that make sense?
So mine doesn't. Here.
Yeah, you probably have random number generators, so you'll probably have some of
So it's not.
this one's not.
No, it doesn't add up to 1.
7, 8.
Mine is.
Yeah, that's only 95. Yeah, so no.
Do we have to actually do these or?
Yeah, do them. But talk them out amongst each other.
No.
Hey, how about you shut it? How about we go?
The rest of them are pretty much, you use just the binomial calculator to do all these. So
I don't know how to do that. I forgot. Andrew, if you forgot.
talk
then
it
we'll
out.
forget.
Talk it out.
Is there a My Open Math
Hey,
like
you know
app
how
on
to do
your
the binomial
phone that you can get?
I doubt it. It's just
I
a,
want to try to look it up.
you can. It's the site. I'll leave this up so you guys at home can also participate with the class.
CDF then? How do you do?
The binomial CDF goes up to the probability of number of successes up to a number.
This problem.
PDF is like one thing.
Yeah. So like if you look up here, if I
Like a certain number.
yeah, let's say I did 20. Let's say I did 15 experiments. If I had exactly 4 successes, that's the binomial PDF.
Yeah.
But if I had up to 4 successes, well, it should sort of include, but okay. The binomial CDF would be less than or equal to, so it would include 4, but it would also have 0, 1, 2, 3 as possibilities. It would do all the way up. This one's doesn't have the equality built in, so for the CDF up to 4, you would have to actually go to 5. Then you get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense?
What is it? Binomial?
Yeah, distributions, you have binom CDF, you have binom
You get the
PDF,
number of people.
and you can use this
the
calculator.
probability.
You can use this website if you want. It's up to you.
Wait, so
Maybe 7.
You know, PDF.
What's the probability of at least one will be at least one? How to do the second one?
What's it ask?
A manufacturing machine has a 9% defect rate.
So 0.09, right? That P is 0.09,
Yeah. And then if 9 items are chosen at random,
N is 9.
so number of trials 9.
Yeah.
And what's for actuality 1.
How many successes are there, or how many?
So at least one will be defective. So it's 1.
So at least one, you'd want to use the CDF. You're going to take the probability, that includes 0, or I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, like any number of errors would be counted.
So what's the?
No, 0 is 9.
What's the X value?
So,
CDF, I thought.
so if you look at this, let's say, so you said you had 9 trials, right?
Yep.
The probability was
0.09.
0.09, and you want the probability that you either have 1 that you catch, or 2, or 3, or 4, or any of these, right?
Also, it's just yeah.
The only one that you don't want is 0, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you have like an at least, you can go to
0.81.
you can calculate that probability, and then subtract that from 1, and that will give you all the rest.
How do you get that probability?
What?
You can do the binomial PDF for 0.
0.57.
With the same number?
Yeah, 1 minus this would give you the answer.
Where do you get the X value?
It's CDF or PDF.
You could use either.
CDF. So if CDF, I just put the lower bound and the upper bound.
No, I think the CDF, you put a number. So like if you put in 0, it would count the number of successes up to 0, which there's only 1. So it's the same as the PDF, really, in that case. So look, if I said exactly 0,
So if it's at least 1, should I put 1 here and then 9 here?
0, no, just 0 again.
So 0, 0.
Yeah,
So 9.09, 0, 0.
yeah,
That's,
yeah, that's what I have, right?
so you use 1 minus this.
Yeah. So notice if I did the PDF for 0, I would get this,
That's what I got.
I would shade this bar, right?
So I just put lower bound 1 and then 9. And I got the same answer at 1 minus the 0.4.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So yours allows a range, so
Yeah.
you have a nicer calculator. People with the TI-84
Yeah.
don't have
But I
that.
plug into it's wrong.
If you have what?
I plug the answer into this is wrong.
Did you say we had to change our calculator to a binomial?
Yeah, you use the binomial distribution.
How do you get the X value?
Wait, so the X value is 0?
Well, you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You want to add those up.
Oh,
So you can either just take 100% and subtract the only thing that doesn't work, which is 0.
That'd just be 100 though.
100 minus the probability of 0 would be 1 minus this number.
How do you put 100 minus probability?
I don't know if I'm doing that.
How do you put that in your
I mean,
calculator?
that's one of the use. That's
100 minus
1 minus.
the
1 minus 0?
No, 1 minus the probability of
I
getting
don't know
0
what the
successes.
probability is in that calculator.
You use the binomial PDF.
How do you see it?
It doesn't matter in this case. You're just getting 1 bar, so
Well, it didn't work. Mine didn't work.
A,
So what's the X value?
Look me. Well, you don't talk anymore. I know.
There's no way to
So what? So this what you did.
No, that's the same question.
I didn't see that.
what are, well, you guys probably all have different,
Yeah, but what's the X value?
it depends on what your question says.
Happened 9%.
Do they all say at least 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
then you want to, then you only want to remove the probability of getting none. So for this question that I have here,
So, wait, okay, so I'll find the CDF up to 4, and I'll find the PDF of 0, and subtract that. What?
do you have 4?
Yeah, mine's 4, but like,
But the CDF up to 4 then is 100%,
I think put 0 maybe? Put 0.
right? That's every possibility.
was lost.
So you put it in like this.
Zero.
You said
Right.
put it there.
sure,
Do you not follow that?
no, but it's okay.
Well, look, if I said, so you have 4,
Oh, 8 successes. Wait.
and what do they say, 1%?
Mine's 3%, but
If I go up to, this one doesn't go up to,
Well, how do you do it?
it's 100%. If I include every possible outcome, that's 100% of all things. Right?
yeah.
So you don't have to take the CDF up to 4. You can just call that 1.
Okay.
So 100% minus the probability of getting 0 will give you the probability of getting everything else. So just do 1 minus the probability of getting none.
Okay, so what I said, like, is
Technically it's correct, but it was more than you needed
So
to
what's
do.
the X value?
The X value would be 0, but you're going to subtract that, like.
What?
So for this question that I have, if it says,
Mine says error.
I have a 1
Two.
I have a 1% defective rate. I have 4 items chosen at random. What's the probability that at least one will have a defect? I'm just going to go to exactly 0, and I'll just do 1 minus this.
Well, how did you get, like,
Now we're cruising, Andrew.
Are you on 4?
Yeah.
I feel like
Never
I'm just
mind,
not
we're not
understanding how to
cruising.
do it on here.
Binomial PDF.
So it's K equals X.
Yeah,
Oh, this is easy.
Then what does it ask you?
huh?
Does it have a menu, or does it want you to enter things?
Says
Yeah.
ISP and X value paste.
So how many trials?
0.7.
8?
Mine's
9.
different.
What's that?
Mine is a manufacturing
The P
machine
is
has
good.
8% defect rate. If 8 items are chosen at random, what is the probability this one will have a defect?
So 8 is your number of trials. 0.08 is your probability of success. And
I had that, but.
then X is 0.
Oh, I've been putting 1 for that. Freeze PDF, 'cause
No, that'll tell you the probability that you got no defects.
Okay.
So take 100% minus that number. 1 minus that decimal will give you your answer.
You see it?
Okay, so then,
We're finding 1.
because it says at least 1, is that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
These are all PDF, right? Yeah.
why was I putting 1 for that?
If you guys have questions at home, just go ahead and
Oh.
shout
Don't
them.
have quite left.
Oh, is that the extra?
I'm on 4. I'm doing like until it looks fine.
What?
Remember, you have 3 attempts, so before you blow your last one, talk it out or
Oh, we're talking it out
good.
before we're walking it out. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah.
You already? You already?
Yeah. I'm number 5.
Am I typing it?
Mine is 4.
Oh, it's right.
So
I got the first one too. Our first two wrong.
It's just 737.
I think it's because I just go too many distance.
I went the entire thing.
No, I did until like, I did randomized like decimal. I did it like, if it was like 0.32076, I'd go to the 6, just because the after number was 0. 1 6 4 7. That didn't work at all.
Is it PDF again?
Yes. Is it? Oh.
What question?
4.
It's because I'm not putting in the decimal right. This is the decimal, and like, I don't know how many spaces there should go.
Take that
This
decimal.
is 4
one.
decimals.
If that's a -4, you move the decimal 4 to the left.
So I did. Isn't that 3 zeros?
Yeah, it should be 3 zeros.
Thanks. It's 4 decimals.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, it says 4 decimal places.
Well, I do more, but.
But the other ones you do all of them.
It'll probably take it if you go beyond that. It's just going to test to see if you're probably you're within a range.
Oh, this one's
No, I got it wrong. I hate that.
Let's go to 9.
Oh, I can't submit.
Oh, is this CDF?
Which one?
6. Wait a minute. That's not right.
Yeah, so
0.078.
9 trial, and then the possibility is 0.5, and then at least 5 girls. Should I just put
Is that the X value?
At
0 and
least
5?
5 girls?
So 5.
Then I would do CDF up to 4. Well, you have a range, so you
Yeah.
go 5 to total. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did this be?
So for 9, I can just put 5.
He's got a fancier
Oh, you
calculator.
guys, you can do.
Otherwise, you go up to 4 and subtract that from 1.
What?
You do 5.
What do we do?
Yeah.
Go up to 4 with the CDF and then subtract it from whatever your numbers are. I don't know what your numbers are.
We have 6 and 5. How much are
6 children and 0.5, you mean?
That is opposite.
6 girls and 5.1.
Because this
Oh,
is
Just
just
6 girls
not
and most
growing
5 girls.
90%, but
I don't know yet.
4 that don't grow, not that do grow.
Bamboozled. How many decimals did you put?
Good question.
Great question.
Hey, for the first one of that, Will?
Yes.
Did you?
How'd you do that one up there, the, under your,
Did you do?
My 6,
CDF?
number 6,
I did PDF.
I would do the
8?
Wait, so if they using their computer, can they do PDF X value 9 and then minus X value 6?
no. You mean
Or 5?
CDF? You mean CDF?
Yeah.
Well, are there only 9 trials?
Yeah.
Then the CDF up to 9 would be 100%. So just put 1. You know, like you don't have to do.
6. First one.
Yeah, that's what you would do. So number 6. Let's say I were doing the one that I have up here.
Yeah.
I would do for at least 5 girls. That means I want to take the possibility that there's 5 girls or 6 or 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take 100% minus the binomial CDF up to 4.
So it's like, so what do I put in X value? 1 minus 4 then?
No, you'd put 4.
And then subtract.
Find the binomial CDF for up to 4. And then that'll give you the probability of having no girls, 1 girl, 2 girls, 3 girls, or 4 girls. And then subtract that from 100%, and that'll leave you the probability of having 5, 6, 7, 8.
What's your percent?
80.
So it'd be 20.2. What was wrong with that first one, Nick? Or what?
I just got. I did something wrong.
So did I. I want to know what's wrong with it.
at least, so you subtract it. So, what do you have?
No.
Oh, you do the lower number first, and it gives you that number, you do one of those, that's number.
Wait, how do you do the one with the least? At least 5.
Oh, you do the lower number.
You do the CDF up to 4, and then you take 1 minus that number.
Oh, I messed up. I did up to 5. I was like, why is this wrong?
Then that would include 5. And then you're subtracting that, and you don't want to subtract 5. You know, you want 5 to be included.
What's wrong, Brady? Good.
Okay, that's how they did it. I already messed that up.
So do the bottom one.
That's a good question.
Really?
Well, I remember. 8.5, 6. What's that?
Trying to get 1 minus the.
That's it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I think like the at least is.
I got one wrong.
Next question.
Next.
You got 7.
I went 8.
You say yes and no for 7.
Yes. You just mine was
I
no.
think I got both.
You just add them all up, and if it's 1,
Well,
then
this
it's,
one has a negative, so it can't be right.
oh yeah, it's negative. Then it's,
Your name is then?
yeah. Tornado. So
Is that, when it says fewer, do you subtract by 1 every time?
So, oh, that's the nut. Okay, that's
So this CDF,
yeah, CDF.
which one is the first number?
I think
Is it
I
1
would
or
agree. The biggest number.
What's up?
21 year period?
Mine is 23, so I'm going to put 23. But 23, comma
0.03?
of at least.
Subtract by 1.
Mine is fewer than.
A company prices its tornado insurance using the following assumptions.
Mine's fewer than as well.
In
Does that
any
mean-
calendar year,
Less than
there can
2?
be at most 1 tornado.
I put minus 1 before it.
Wait, do you if it wants fewer than, you do CDF, and do you want everything below that counting 2 or no?
What?
Like it wants this one says fewer than 3 tornadoes. So do you want like 3, 2, 1, 0?
Fewer than 3, so you'd want 0, 1, 2.
Okay.
So your CDF would go up to 2.
So mine would go up to, mine's 2, mine would be 0, 1.
If it says fewer than 2, yeah,
So what would, how would you put that in your thing?
you'd go the CDF up to 1.
About for, not 0?
No, the CDF goes up to. C in the CDF means cumulative. So it counts up to that number. So the cumulative up to 1 includes 0 and 1.
Got it.
So
Working?
for mine, it's just 19 and then possible.
Oh, sorry.
It'll be 0.05 and then 0 and then 4.
I don't know what your question says.
Mine is fewer than 4.
Fewer than 4?
Yeah.
So 9
Then
or
3, you'll go up to 3. Yeah, because 4 is
I
not
use
fewer
it
than
as my
4.
head.
So you guys good on 8, or you still want me to look at this?
I use practice.
Come on. I don't get this at all.
How did
Yeah,
you
I
do the
know.
one where it was like, what is is the probability of if it like one doesn't instead of like
Of what?
of like
9 are for sure gonna be
number
on the
5
fly.
where it was like what is the probability
Or wait,
that
what is
exactly
yours?
one doesn't grow instead of one does? Like exactly.
Okay.
So,
If a seed is planted, it has a 95% chance of growing into a healthy plant. If 8 seeds are planted, what is the probability that exactly 2 don't? So they gave you the chance of growing, right? So that means 6. Your number of successes would be exactly 6 in this one because it's 8 and 2 don't. So 6 did.
Wait, what is your number again?
I mean, there it's on the screen.
Oh, it is.
So for 95%, that represents them growing. So if 2 don't grow, that means 6 did. So I can either use for my probability 0.95 and say my number of successes was 6, or I can say my probability is 0.05 and my number of successes is 2. It should be the same.
The same number that. I do 9.
Small regional carrier accepted 18 reservations for a particular flight with 15 seats. 8 reservations went to regular customers who will arrive for the flight. Each of the remaining passengers will arrive for the flight with a 57% chance, independent of each other.
Yeah, this one's like.
Yeah, that's a weird one. So why are we even considering the 8?
Yeah, I
So
know, it's really dumb.
I would say ignore those 8 then, the way I'm reading it.
Ignore number 9.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Ignore the people that already have a reservation and then figure out the other people.
So there's only 10. Okay, so there's 15 seats, right?
Yeah.
So 8 of those are guaranteed to be filled, right? So what's that? 7 are up in the air. So there's 7 trials.
7. Yeah. 8 plus 7 is 15.
So 5 for me.
So that means 7 trials, 0.57 chance of
Oh,
success.
7 trial? Oh, that makes more sense.
I'm thinking. I don't know. This is a weird one. And then find the probability that overbooking occurs.
So there
So
already is overbooking because they have 18 reservations and there's only 15 seats.
well, they're expecting some people not to come.
Yeah, but they already overbooked. So I don't know. This doesn't like make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's confusing to me too.
It's not just the.
Oh, you're right. Maybe we should just read it.
So yeah, I would say that there are 7 seats, right?
Now do your 7 comma.
No. Let's not think of the number of seats. Let's think of the number of people beyond that 8. So there's 10. There's 10 trials, right? Each person, each reservation beyond those first 8 is a trial. They're going to show up or they're not going to show up.
6 months. And
So 10 trials.
the other one's
Then you
the
need.
the seats left.
So this one's kind of a weird one because they're saying 8 people will be there. 100% chance that they will be there. So ignore those 8 completely. So we're not worried about those 8 reservations. We're worried about the other 10.
Is that first one 0.876335?
I don't know.
I think exactly.
You want me to type in a number here?
Yes. 0.87.
Okay,
Oh, wait. -1. 0.12364.
There you go.
I got that.
There you go. Good.
So how? Where do you set?
So
So you plug it in. You do CDF, plug it in. And then you might subtract that by 1.
what numbers are you using?
I didn't put a comma. It's CDF, right?
You plug what number in.
Did you do 10 trials or how many?
I did 10 trials
Okay.
with a 57% success rate.
Yeah.
And then
And
I did. You need 7 seats left.
yes, you can have up to 7 successes,
And subtract it by
but
1.
8 successes, 9 or 10 would be bad. That would be overbooking, right?
I do the next
So
one.
CDF up to
I already
7,
did the next one.
CDF up to 7, and then subtract that from 1, right?
I think for the second one, I think you do 15. Because that's how many seats there are.
So for that one, you would do CDF up to 6, I think.
Why 6?
Because 7 would fill every seat, and anything beyond that would overbook. 6, you have an empty seat.
Oh, do you do the same thing?
Yeah, this is CDF up to 7
never
and
mind.
subtract it from 1. This is just CDF up to 6.
So same thing with the 6 instead?
Yeah. At least that's what I would do. I have,
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
0.6898.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna subtract this. Do you subtract by 1 or no?
the first one you do. You subtract 1.
If I could have a
Well, sure.
lower and upper bound,
If you have a lower and upper bound,
yeah, what should I put?
for the first one, you would go from 8 to 10. And for the second one, you would go from 0 to 6.
So, number of trial is,
So
okay.
mine would be 6.
You guys all have the same numbers as this?
No.
No, I'm just trying yours. You said 8, 10.
Yeah.
You don't subtract the second one by 1?
No, I didn't.
Why did you put 8 and 10?
Because if 7 people show up, they filled my 7 seats.
Yeah.
If 8 people show
I
up,
got it wrong.
I don't have a seat for that person. I've overbooked. If 9 people, I got 2 people I overbooked
There
for.
you are.
You know?
I put normal CDF.
So anything over 7, I overbooked. For the other one, they want to know if I have empty seats. So anything under 7, and I've got empty seats.
Seems too easy. It's hard.
So that one was a little bit of a brain teaser. It makes sense though when you think about it. I think.
10 what? That's easy. What?
4 times. Okay. That's 8 sides. So 2 heads, 2 tails, and any other. I don't get that one at all.
Which one?
The next one.
10?
Yeah.
4 trials, half 50% chance, right? What's the probability that all 4 are heads up?
Mine's different. Mine's 2 heads, 2 tails.
Then just
It's
do the
really easy.
PDF for that number.
Yeah, just do PDF.
For 2, would be
You have 4 flips,
0.5,
0.5.
and then 2
2.
heads.
Yeah, 2 head or 2 tail.
2 heads. 1 tail.
What is it, 0.5?
0.375.
Two. Seems too easy.
Wait, so if it's empty seat, I put 0 and then,
If what? Oh, empty seats? You're still on that one?
yeah.
What are you asking?
The next one's the same.
Yeah.
The lower bound I put 0 and then upper bound I put,
It's asking for 3 heads. Is
Yeah.
that PDF?
Yeah. 2 head.
1 less. For the second part, you mean?
Mhm.
1 less than the number of
Any
seats.
order?
So if you have like
Is any order?
6 seats left, then go up to 5.
We're gonna figure this out.
Because if 6 people come, then you filled every seat. Then you don't have any empty seats, you know?
no. Then I have 13 seat and then 9 reservations, so it's 4. So I go up to 5.
No.
4 seat,
So you're saying this number for you was what?
15,
And this number was,
9.
so 15 and 9, so
The top-
6.
the top and bottom
You have
ones
6 that are 6 trials, right?
Yeah.
How many, what was this number?
13.
Double it?
So that means there are
They're
4
the same.
seats, right?
Yeah, that one-
So for this second part, you would go up to 3.
Oh, 3. So.
Yeah. Because if 4 people show up, you filled all 4 seats. But if 3 people showed up, you got an empty seat.
What do you have, what do you have for, so the 7 flights are going
PDF,
Yeah, oh yeah, it's PDF.
and then number of file, and then probably just text.
And they're using CDF for number 12, right?
No, yeah. Isn't it at least you subtract by 1 first?
At least, yeah, you usually do 1 minus the CDF up to some number.
And then you do at least 4, so 4 everything above.
So for at least 3 flights, you would do 1 minus the CDF up to 2.
So
That means you're removing 0, 1, and 2.
I say it again?
For at
Mine
least,
says at least 5 flights.
so for at least 5 flights, that means you want to take everything and remove the possibility of 0 flights, 1, 2, 3, or 4 flights.
You put 5?
No, are you listening? If it's at least 5 flights, I don't want to consider 0 flights, or 1, or 2, or 3, or 4. So the binomial CDF up to 4 will get all of those. Take 100%, 1 minus those, and that'll give you 5 and above, which is what you want.
at most is everything above, so 0 to 9.
At most, it's up to that number.
You put that number.
So you can't go over that number,
So I
right?
put I put 9.
Is that at most 9 flights? Is that what it says?
Yeah. I put 9 or I put
Yeah, CDF up to 9.
Okay, that's what I thought.
4.
Wait, so if it says like at least 4, then you have to like subtract 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4?
No, not 4. 4 is okay. At least 4.
So you have to
But you
subtract-
want to get rid of 0, you want to get rid of 1, 2, and 3. So do the CDF up to
So can you
3.
just do that, 3 minus?
1 minus the CDF up to 3.
Got them already.
Wait, 1 minus the what?
The CDF up to 3. The CDF will get 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, and
I
3.
missed 0.5 on one of the answers.
Same.
If you take a
I
1,
don't think I'm understanding.
like look at the picture. What are your values for that?
Same.
Please help.
Andrew, I need help.
How many trials?
I do.
I'm not even on like what they're on. I'm still on like number 6.
That's okay. How many trials?
Yeah, I'm on 7. I'm on 6.
What?
It's 5 is the trials, 0.5 is
Let's
the
go.
percent,
Okay.
and then at least 4.
So at least 4 means 4 or 5, right?
Yeah.
So you can either just say, well, what is it for 4? Take that number and then add what is it for 5. You can add those up.
You just put like the x
Those-
value is 0 though, right?
No. So if I could, do you get what I'm saying though? I could just add those 2 bars, right?
I don't know.
The probability of at least 4 means the probability of 4 plus the probability of 5. Because those are at least 4, right?
What?
If I have at least 4, that means I have 4 or more.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah,
I don't know if you did or not. I'm just
I
saying.
get that.
Okay.
Because at least 4.
So that means I'm either in the case where I have 4 or I'm in the case where I have 5, right?
Or 6 or 7 or 8.
You said there were 5 trials,
You might
Oh.
minimize that by 1, I think.
right?
Yeah.
So I can either use the PDF and get 4, and then use the PDF and get 5 and add those up.
Huh?
I could either use, guys, shh, way too loud, please. I can either use the PDF and find the probability of 4 and add that to the probability of 5, or I could get the CDF up to where I just get
Some shit like that happens.
0, 1, 2, and 3. And if I take 100% or 1 minus that, I'll be left with 4 and 5.
I know like the answer,
Okay, so
but
I'll try it.
Either of those methods should work.
It's like going away from
and for that corn one, did we use PDF, right? Or CDF? With one with like the 2 in the middle.
We use PDF. PDF. I didn't see what you did.
Let's see if I
I
got
got
you.
the same number of both of them.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't do it right.
Everyone had the same numbers.
I got 0.34375. That's
Well, I use PDF actually.
Well, with your numbers that you gave me, I've got
But
0.812 for 0123.
It says
If it was-
the
if
answer,
it was in
once
order-
I got it wrong so many times, it gives you the key. It says the answer is 0.1875. I don't know how to get there, because every time I do it, I get it wrong.
Let me see, maybe your numbers that you gave me are not correct.
You do 0.5 times 0.5.
I heard this.
0.5.
Well, this one times 0.5 and then times 0.5. Because it doesn't. If there was an order, it doesn't matter.
Jones had at least 4 girls.
0.275.
So that means if you do the binomial
We want 8.
I was just, because I knew it was a fraction or something. So 3 over 8
That's
is.
the probability that they have 4 girls. Now you can do that again. But this
Change
is
it to 5. And then you add those two together. I did. I guess. Yeah, I didn't get it. Well, no, because 2
Or did you follow?
and 2.
Did you follow?
What?
Well, if
I think 7, I swear I did it up here.
yeah,
Let's go.
I just did PDF just
Right
because
here.
Performing in the
I don't
half.
know what I did. What did I do wrong?
So we
I did it right here and then
I did PDF. There's 3 trials. The probability is 0.5. X value.
What's this? Oh, you didn't answer plus that. You already added.
Oh, I just typed it enough.
Yeah, you just added one
Because
value
there's 2
twice.
Oopsie.
And it doesn't matter the order.
Okay.
I don't know why I did it, but I got it. And I was like, why does this work?
I don't understand what-
What's the
I
question?
don't understand it. I got the right answer.
Let me explain it to you then. What question?
Number the coin one. 11. The middle one.
All right.
Well, it's just 2.
A fair coin is
Shut
flipped
your mouth.
3 times, right? That means you have 3 trials. 50% chance. Which one are you asking me about?
The middle 2.
The middle 2? What is the probability of 2 heads and 1 tail in any order? That's just 2. Well, 1 or 2 should be the same, notice?
But see, I don't understand why you're, why are you just looking at the heads?
It doesn't matter, look at the graph. I could think of 1 head or 1 tail, you know, like, it's the same either way. Whatever you choose for the probability of success, that needs to match the number of successes. So if I'm thinking heads, all I have to do is make sure that I use the correct chance of success with the number of events. Because they both have the same chance of success, it doesn't matter which one I think about. It's the same. It's a symmetric distribution. So I could think about heads or I could think about tails, really, but I just got to be consistent. So this one says 2 heads. So I'll go to 2. And notice if I do 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter. It's the same value. 1 head and 2 tails. Yeah, it's the same. So 0.37, right? 375.
They have to do that.
Why?
But it doesn't make any sense to me.
3 tails,
They can go home after.
To me. After the day?
0.125.
Yeah, it's so bogus.
So happy I'm not doing it.
So bogus.
I like that.
Well, they're not gonna get that experience. No sleep, terrible food. Everyone's crying.
I got plenty of sleep. I just don't like being surrounded with my classmates that long every day.
Everyone's crying. Silence.
Oh.
That's probably the worst shit ever.
I was okay with it.
Like one of these, like really good.
I was okay with it because I
That
got
is
to
true.
So.
Some.
What? I haven't said anything.
I know, I'm just saying.
I haven't really said anything. Just
That's
we
too
had
much
bad
prayer
food
time for me.
and
Yeah, like-
like no sleep. That was the best part.
Exactly.
And everyone's
I mean, I
bad food and good
Elias grabbed
snacks.
the whole box.
Okay, maybe like the guys didn't get any sleep. Like I feel like everyone's like, oh, yes, we didn't get any sleep. I was like,
Again?
what?
I got plenty of sleep, cause I like anyone in my room.
I have a video game.
Yeah, we didn't get like any. All
The
we
middle
did was
room, the middle room was like asleep by like 9 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, the middle room of girls were like, I'm going to bed.
No, they were like yelling at us because we were all staying up late. Like we were really late, and they all came in our room and they were yelling at us.
I had
It was
bad
not only
diarrhea
like,
that
it
first
wasn't
day.
even that
Cool.
late.
I got sick.
Lauren Party was in our room, and all of us were
I was
just
sick.
walking.
So.
All of us
Right,
were
she's
yelling
still
at us.
Okay, guys. Shh. Are we
Girl,
finished?
sick. I-
Yeah.
Lauren's is
Everybody's done?
Sorry, yourself. Shut your ears.
I'm not a question.
Yeah, Pyro.
I had bad diarrhea.
I'm literally
What?
so mad.
It was spoiling it for me.
No, we haven't said it.
There's nothing to be excited about, guys.
At all. Literally.
At least I have. I mean, the talks were like.
Your expectations, it's turned them down like 10 times.
Well, it's gonna be even worse now. For what they're planning.
Oh.
Apparently,
We do
If you've ever not felt obligated to cry more, you have
Bro.
to, for no reason.
I'd rather.
Well, that's.
I'd rather go. Everyone's together, guy, girl, and it's. We're gonna stay after school Friday. We're not guys go home, but come back at like 6.
No.
And you spend the night at noon. Friday, Saturday,
I can't see that
Almost a lot. I do.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather have us do.
I
It's the
found
same.
a little.
Well, I would rather do that. It's been way worse. Oh, I got stuff here.
Yeah, no, I'd rather have them come back at like 6.
Bed is disgusting.
Who's this guy? I didn't save my food that day.
Yeah.
I should have saved my food.
No, I remember the food was so bad.
Now always like, we need this.
It was like me, Marvel. There's like 5 guys that pooped at the exact same time every single time. Because it was so bad.
Honestly,
I didn't
because
eat-
that first
Oh, the
day-
funny part was when they're like, don't cross that bridge, and it's literally.
Did you buy number one?
Oh.
I don't know. Well,
Damn, do you remember that? The tree
Okay, so Lauren had both the same.
Okay, you guys, this is the material for the next test. So we've done normal CDF, inverse normal, Z-scores, binomial
You're putting the
PDF,
Z-score
CDF.
equation number in.
Yeah,
Isn't that n minus x or x minus y?
it's x minus mean divided by standard deviation.
Oh my
Given
god.
5. Well, BLAS.
Okay,
You put the last name?
so when is that?
That's Monday.
Monday, right?
5, 7, 0, 6, 4, 0, 1.
Did people at home hear that?
Are you gonna try?
Yep.
So I can't get any of these right, and then I just.
Everybody shut off
Oh,
the camera.
There you go, Wolf.
0.07 and you add.
I will post it.
Marvel is Jean. It says John, but Jean. That's what. Yeah, that's him. Watch it now, be him.
Give your phone in.
I'm not trying to say anything.
He has to work. But he has to work, obviously. Williams, Stephon Brady. You might think you're next level, right?
84?
3, 4, 6.
Sure, that's fine.
Wait, Xbox to what, Kairos?
There we go.
No. No, look at those TVs.
Oh, that's you.
All right, did you guys hear that?
Yeah, nice.
They're gonna be, where are you disappearing to?
No, wait. Last time in Coke is like, whoops.
Stop. Any questions from me, people at home?
Oh my.
You guys are good? All right, so we'll probably just have something online that you guys can do. And so when you log into class, there'll be the test there. Does that make sense?
2 years ago. Hey, Mom's just.
I lived with you.
You go with Stefan? No,
No questions?
Aaron and I think Priscilla too, maybe. We'll be back by Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Mhm.
What did you say was the issue with Monday?
Huh?
What was the issue with Monday? Guys, shh.
Oh, we don't have class Monday, do we?
Do we not?
Mm-mm. Well, yeah, we do. Never mind. I lied.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I got my dates confused. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back by Monday.
You'll be back in person or not?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Okay.
I forgot.
Well,
So Will isn't even-
It'll be possible to take it online
Sure, make they get it.
anyway, so
Okay.
that'll be good to be back though.
You had to choose that?
Sure.
Like you yourself.
Let me know if you have questions.
That's so weird. That'd be so
Otherwise, I can let you guys go for the rest of the time.
Sorry.
I'll post this video.
There are some people.
All right. You guys have a good weekend. Oh, you can't see me. Goodbye.
Something hilarious.
She was listed for the first